Well, hi everyone. Welcome to Echo Art with Carmella-T. So, I've already been live a couple of times this morning, and it is because I am bringing you with me in real time as I am working on my next Boro Sashiko inspired utility apron. So, I put on one of my, this is my apron, my go-to apron. And so I put this one on. This is Boro inspired. We made this one together on this channel. So we create, for those of you who are new, we create with our recycled materials, fabrics, and supplies. And it is our way to give the earth a little hug. To recycle an item really impacts the earth. Anything that you can do to extend the life and the use of the item is wonderful for the earth. And if you are coming back, thank you so much for coming back. Now the feed is working. So the chat is working on this one. On the last stream, it wasn't. So if you're there, let me know you're there. Say hi. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm happy to answer. So before we get started, on the last video we just did a few minutes ago, between that video and this video, I made another and my final probably cup of coffee for today or for this morning till maybe 5 hours from now. I'll have a little more. This is hazelnut New England coffee. And it is good. Now, I know I am sitting in front of the window, but a few minutes ago, it was pretty dark in here and I had the light on and we need light. So this camera will not be facing me. It will be facing our base where I'm working. So a couple things this morning I wanted to share with you. Boro inspired can be, you can make anything with your scraps and your visible stitching. Now, when I was at the thrift shop probably a number of weeks ago now, I had gotten these. They were all in an elastic. And look, I got them for $1. Now look at these. These are picture frames with the backing. So I plan to do for upcoming art and craft shows. I'm going to do some nice little Boro Sashiko pieces in here. When you look at this, all of these different designs and colors together, it's really amazing. I mean, it pops, everything pops. And it's the same, it's a piece of art that you can also have sitting on your desk or in your home. So I'm going to be doing those. And so now, just to recap, a little while ago, I'll put this down here. I won't be able to see your feed really well, but say hi anyway. I'm kind of looking at it as we go. So here, what I did was I took the t-shirts and I wanted the fraying effect. So I just took some of the fabrics that I want to use, and I know I want, at least I'm believing I want the color in my polar bear. Okay, so I'm going to put those over there for the moment. This is the thread that we're going to be using. It's let me get the other one here. This is for those of you who are new, it's lacy crochet thread. That's what this is. You can crochet beautiful lacy things and doilies and whatnot with it, or you can do like I'm doing. I'm inspired to do this. This is not written down anywhere. Well, in my book it is, but because I explained to you how I create with the inspiration of Boro, which is a historical cultural art. So we'll be using these lacy crochet threads, and then we'll be using let's see here. Let me get scissors. We'll be using scissors and the embroidery Now, you can use a short needle, which I do sometimes, a short embroidery needle. There are all sizes of embroidery needles. And I mean that in the way of width of your eye, length of the needle, but whatever the length or the size of the needle is, you want a sharp tip so you are able to sew. Now, I don't know if we get to the sewing in this particular video right now, because what I do typically is my routine is to, for me, and everybody's different. I get my design down onto my base the way I want it, and then when I'm done, then I go ahead and sew. So with this piece is about 45 in width. That's kind of what I've ended up with. I'm just leaving it like that, 45. And so it's going to drop in the back for me, which is fine. That's what I want. And what I mean by that is when I put the straps on like this, and then the straps crisscross in the back, they drop um, the waist. So it's lovely. So that's how I'm doing it, and I just know that from experience, from testing, really. Okay, now I have another bin here because I wanted more fabrics. I want to see if I can get more fabrics that have a fray. And it's important to me that I have a fray. Oh, so by the way, what I did with this is with this piece, I had put it on me going around, I put it on, and then I put a little pin, like right about here where I think I want the polar bear to be. And so I just have that pin in my cloth, okay, in the piece. So it gives me, and what I'm going to do is kind of center, kind of have my polar bear as I'm designing it, just have that pin like the center, so it falls into the center of the polar bear. And then when I have the polar bear centered, then I'll try this on again and see how it falls. Okay. So, and you know, if I have to move it over a little bit, that's okay. And but it will probably be just fine where it ends up. So there are some pieces here. And we looked at this piece the other day, this beautiful doily. I kind of like to keep this on the sideline because I might use that here. But there's some pieces here that I'd like to see if I can get a little bit more fraying. And so I'm going to put that in a little bit smaller. So this one I like this the way it is. And so I'm going to use this. I don't know if I'm too far away from you, but you'll see. I'm going to bring the camera up when we start building the bear. Now I'm building it, you know, freehand. I'm going to leave these pieces just actually the size that they are because I'm kind of liking those sizes. And I want to get um, some of these ladybugs in there. So I just simply rip that like that. Now this is a piece of of a felted cotton. So anyway, so now I am doing these lives like this in succession because that way these are out there one right after the other for those of you who are interested in Boro Sashiko and following me in real time, because this is real time that we're doing this project. And that was just kind of my goal, is to get a project out there in real time so you can see some of the process. And and we'll see if we can get the polar bear complete in this video. And what will determine it to be complete is if I like it. If it's the way I want it to be, then that will be, I'll consider that complete. And not just the fact that I have a polar bear, but the fact that I like the polar bear the way that I have it. So with this, we just get a couple of those small pieces, and we will begin in a few moments. I'm just gonna bring this, I'll bring it over here and put it down because that's kind of centered where the pin is. Center that a little bit. There we go. And I'm gonna move over here and move the tape measure. Have a little bit more coffee, and we'll get moving on this. Yeah, there's so many things that you can make. This right here, my little coaster is Boro Sashiko. I made that with the sewing machine, and we do have the sewing machine up. So that might be the next thing we do. So, okay. And I do kind of want some of this. There's just a few pieces of fabric in here I really, really want to be able to grab if I decide to add it to the picture. So this here, I'm going to just rip that one piece. And I've kind of even like some of the base. I don't think I'm going to use that, but we'll see. So we'll just get these. This is such a beautiful, beautiful. This is a blend, and I just love the way it kind of falls like that. It's just gorgeous. So, okay. So, and then I do kind of want a few of these smaller. Get those smaller and not thinking anything in particular, just that I kind of like some of these smaller. And because it's like you're drawing, and it's just when you get into the process that you really figure out what it is that you want. And see, some of these are very easy to rip because they're older and older pieces of fabric. And okay, so here, let's see, we got this. This is a gorgeous blend. This is a gorgeous blue. Look at this. This was a blouse. This was a blouse. Okay. I guess it still really is a blouse. This blouse was not made correctly. Somebody took the back of it here and sewed it and just kind of ruined the entire blouse. So it wasn't going anywhere. And so let me just get a little piece of this here. I really just want the hem of this and see if we can get that. So, oh, that's a lovely right there. Okay, so let's see. Now I do have I think enough of this to to get the desired effect here. And so, when I go live, a lot of times I have the windows open and you can hear people outside. So today it's kind of chilly, but so I have the windows closed, but I'm still hearing some people through, and sometimes that happens. So if you hear, it's because we are in a community. You know what I mean? There's people out there. So anyway, just throw that out there. I don't think anything picks up on YouTube anyway. But look at this. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. So, okay. So I think it's just I'm trying in real time to show you the pieces that I'm finding really super beautiful to me. And trying to convey an idea of my polar bear, what I want, and how I just kind of want to express the art, my inner thoughts artistically. Okay, so I'm gonna get started here, and this may end up the way I want it, or it may end up not the way I want it. So the first thing, I'm just going to lay some pieces out. And in my mind, the way I'm thinking the area that I want my polar bear to be in, like I'm drawing. And if I'm drawing, what is it? What is this outline looking like? Because what happens is a lot of times, that's nice right there. That's nice. Polar bear comes up with, see, these gotta have to be cut and smaller. And I'm loving this. Now, see, when you do this, so okay, you're not thinking exactly every single detail, like I said, but you know that there needs to be, okay, I'm just gonna put that there for the moment for the leg. And this is way too big. So I want, the minute I lay it out, it tells me I want these to be more strips. Because guess what? Yes, I want an outline. I'm realizing this now. Because for me as an artist, I know the shape of my polar bears, how I like to shape them when I'm doing my needle felting. So because I'm eclectic artist and I draw and paint, I also have a really good sense of the shape and can do this with the cloth. So let's see here. So far, I don't know if you can see, but there we've got an outline of our polar bear. And the legs of a polar bear, the hind legs are longer than the front. So this I'm going to bring up just a little bit tad. This I'm going to take off in this. And they back legs are flush with the hind part of the polar bear. Okay, so we've got that. And let's see here. So I'm just continuing my outline for the moment. And I'm loving this right here. This is just lovely. I don't have enough of the, what do I want to say? I don't have the amount of fraying that I would like to have right here. I'm just gonna leave that like that. I don't have that amount. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that like that. This just naturally happened to be there for the ear. I didn't even do that. That just is not. So I'm gonna leave that as natural for the ear. Okay, so that's a lovely. So now I'm gonna tell you what, that is centered with the pin. That, and I could even leave it right like that, to be honest with you, because look at the beautiful Aztec. But I'm going to play around with the design and fill this in a little bit. Now, when I did the polar bear with the patches for the last exhibit, those patches, as you know, represent the change in the atmosphere. I'm feeling like that's what these do too. And I don't know if it's all cheery and happy. Let me kind of go. It's not cheery and happy actually, because the changes are not cheery and happy. I'm gonna just kind of play around with these earth tone patches that I had selected here. I feel like I'm not sure about them at this point. Maybe they need to be a little smaller. Just kind of, maybe just kind of a few of them. And this is what happens. Now, the good thing is we have these, okay? We have them. And the other thing is, so they can be used for another project. But the other thing is these can be stacked. Okay, these can be stacked where you can take, you can play around with the, I like this. I'm looking for the energy for me to begin. This, I don't know, that sounds odd, but that's how I kind of start. And I'm loving the butterfly right here. And I'm loving that butterfly. I'm feeling like some of these may have to be smaller, but we have now begun our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful polar bear. Now, will it have the same effect that it has as I just did this outline? I don't know, because if it doesn't, it's coming up. It's not the outline, but the patches. I don't know. Because what I had in mind, let me tell you what I had in mind. With these smaller, okay, maybe even twisted, I'm almost wondering, if, because I want the fraying more. And of course, I'm bringing you with real time in my processing, talking out loud on it, which I usually don't, usually thinking straight along. But I'm showing you this, so I'm trying to inspire you. Okay, so some of these, if I did a knot, even if I did a knot, look, I don't know. I'm not liking the knot as much as I am just laying it with a little bit of a twist. Okay, this is experimenting. This is trying to figure out your vibe, what you want. How do you want this? Because I can take this and sew this just down like that, the way I want it. Um, so I'm going to take these up for the moment. I'm just going to lay down a few more of the prints. I have, as you go through the process, it starts to develop itself. You've got, let me say it like this. Unless you are actively doing this, okay, it's not going to, you're just not going to get your full, oh, I love this right here. I don't know. I'm loving the blue face right there, right now. I'm loving that of the polar bear. I didn't expect to make that blue. I didn't expect that. I don't know if that's going to be all blue. I do know that that these blues kind of are getting to me because I know the ice is melting. I know it's melting. And it's so like maybe these are going to be the icebergs here. Okay, because there's going to be a surrounding here. And you're like, well, Carmela, this is an apron. Why are you putting so much on it? But this is representing something that is crucial to our earth right now. And it's so crucial that if we don't pay attention, it's going to be gone because the polar bears um, they are struggling, or right now they are struggling, and we don't know. Uh, by 2050, the statistics are 2/3 of our polar bears will be gone. So I'm trying to, as we do this, raise awareness how significant the recycling part of it is and helps their habitat because it decreases the amount that's already in the landfills. So I'm loving that blue up there. Now I'm thinking, um, I'm thinking that as almost I want to reemphasize this outline. I feel like this is what I want to do. I'm gonna do, let me try this. This is what I'm feeling like. I want to get these thinner, but I want to actually outline the bear with the different hues. Now, when you use your different colors, okay, you're using your lights and your darks, and what the contrasting is helping you draw. It's contrasting is what is giving you your depth, it's giving you your shadows, it's emphasizing um, different parts of your piece. Okay. So, anyway, this is how I'm going to go about this particular piece. And I just wanted to get on here and share with you. This is how I will continue my day. I wanted to give you a really good start on this and share some little tips, artistic nuances, you might say, with you. So I hope that this helps, and I hope that you have an absolutely beautiful day. If you have any questions, let me know, and I will be very happy to answer. So, love and light.